Jai Hind Abhiyan program, and she is the
Thank you
Deputy
so much.
Commissioner of Income Tax in Udaipur. I want to say a few words about her, Farah ma'am, that she belongs to the family of
Farah
IAS,
Hussain,
IPS
Deputy Commissioner,
doctors from
Udaipur,
father side, and from her mother side, all are army officers, brigadiers, colonel.
अंदर कितनी
But she has made her own
बूस्ट भी
identity joining the Indian Revenue Services. She has done her schooling from Sophia College, Ajmer
सोफिया
only,
कॉलेज से
and she's a law graduate from Government Law College, Mumbai. A young girl with kind heart and always ready to serve the humanity. We welcome you, ma'am, in a Jai Hind Abhiyan program. Invited.
Thank you so much for having me. I look forward to a very enriching experience.
ये चश्मे वाली सभी
Can I say a few more words or
No, you have to give us speak. I want to tell you about my mission first. As people are joining, so I stopped. ये मैम हमने जय हिंद अभियान जो स्टार्ट किया है ये अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम है. इस अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम में हम जो गवर्नमेंट की जो है गाइडलाइंस पॉलिसीज और जो मेडिकल ट्रीटमेंट है उसको अवेयर करा रहे people को through students, the parents and the general people. So we have completed one tenure of this from 17 to 21st May. It was a 5-day program. This program में हमने doctors को IAS और IPS थे, they came and they joined for this awareness and they have done a wonderful job. हमें aware कराया सारी policy से. Now we are taking in this from 31st May to 2nd June about the doctors. So doctors, they are coming, very renowned doctors from SMS and Jilin hospitals. They are coming, they are giving their free services here. और जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं पेरेंट्स हैं उनके और कॉमन पीपल वो लोग भी है ना यहाँ पे इस पे प्लेटफॉर्म पे आ रहे हैं एंड वी आर रिमूविंग देयर प्रॉब्लम्स. So this is the thing we are going doing. So we want, because as IAS, IPS and they also associated with us, and if especially अगर young people हमसे जुड़ेंगे तो हमारा मिशन बहुत अच्छा होगा. So we want you that you should say something motivating about words about this, about a mission and all.
Definitely. First, I would like to congratulate Professor Pratibha Yadav ma'am and Professor Sabiha ma'am for, I think, coming up with an idea of this sort and an abhiyan like this, Jai Hind Abhiyan. It is quite heartening to see that you people are so active despite, the difficult situation that is going on. Aap log, and I'm sure you must be a very, very busy person generally taking classes, and despite all of it, you're taking out time to help out people. I think that is a great initiative, and I think that was the prime reason when you requested me to come on this meet. I immediately said yes, because if you are doing something so selfless, then I think it's our duty to come and just do our bit, whatever little that we can. And especially giving medical advice. I think you had mentioned that you invite doctors and they provide medical advice to people. So I think that is a very good initiative, because especially during the current times, people are unable to go to doctors and hospitals, and I think even doctors are slightly reluctant to meet patients physically. So I think it's a great initiative. Please continue your good work, and we are there to provide whatever help that we can. I congratulate you once again, and thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. And I want to say that today's special guest is Dr. Ripunjit Singh. He is from RIPA. And our second is Dr. Anita Sharma. And then we have a keynote speaker here from SMS, Dr. S.S. Ranawat. And he's going to speak about how the government is combating with this COVID. Actually, I wanted this thing that after completing all this, you should be there again with us and have thing, because having a young, energetic person with a mission, it will motivate us and boost us. My ma'am has also told that she's in a meeting, and as soon she'll be free, she'll join immediately. And she has given her congratulations and best wishes to her. And so I think, ma'am, we will require you again, if you could. But if you have time, then you please stay aside, because we will want your comments. And being your in Indian Revenue Services and all, you can also make us aware. And as you're posted in Udaipur also, then you can uh, pass on that we are working this, and these young people, they should also be associated with us, so that we can make people aware of this thing. And the wonderful thing, ma'am, I want to tell that common yesterday, even the common people, they were on Google Meet. So that is the wonderful thing. India is doing such
Right,
things.
true.
It was
Kudos to you and your team for coming up with an idea like this. I think it is a great
yesterday we had with Dr. Rakesh Porwal. He was from Satellite Hospital, and there was a list of questions, and even the common people, they were here, and they were asking there, and he was giving them advice and all. Today also we have Dr. S.S. Ranawat, but he'll be joining because he's the speaker. So after this, finishing the chief guest and special guest, we invite. As you know that on this online, this facility is available. If otherwise, if we are doing it on presently physically, so then all are together. But online, one person come, another goes. Things is like that. But so we want you to say, means you are doing very good work and everything. So we want your suggestion also, so that we can add your suggestions how we can motivate this Sabya.
Bilkul, I hope to get enriched with your whatever everyone has to say, and I'm really looking forward to the session.
Yeah, because it will be very good for us. So now I request my special guest, Dr. Ripunja Singh sir, to say a few words. Our keynote speaker, he has not arrived, sir. Dr. S.S. Ranawat. Because it will be good if all of them are together. Ripunja Singh sir, can you hear me? Ripunja Singh sir.
I can hear you. I was in touch with Dr. Ranawat, and there was some problem with his connectivity.
Yeah, I can see the blood bank.
Yes.
Acha, this is the thing we face it. So it will be good now. It will all be healthy together and all.
They are all COVID warriors. They are very busy.
Yeah, they are very busy. They are COVID warriors. They are very busy. Everyone is, but for humanity, if they can do the things. Is the sir there? I can see the blood bank.
Ranawat sir, are you there?
I see the blood. Dr. Ranawat, Dr. S.S. Ranawat sir is there?
ब्लड बैंक से आ रहा है बट माइक बंद है.
हाँ माइक आपका माइक बंद है.
Now I think now.
Yes, now you are audible, sir.
Yeah, now you are. Now am I audible now?
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Thank you. Good morning, all of you.
Good morning, sir.
Dr. Ranawat sir has arrived.
Yes. With this team.
Good morning, Jai Hind sir. आपका जय हिंद अभियान में स्वागत है, sir. We welcome you in a Jai Hind अभियान. And I want to introduce about Dr. Ranawat sir. Sir Suneet Singh Ranawat, he is the superintendent of and PMO in Government Jaipuria Hospital, Registrar Rajasthan Medical Council, Deputy Superintendent SMS Hospital, Protocol Officer at SMS Hospital, and he is going to speak on the role of state government in combating COVID. But I want to say that he is a doctor with golden heart. He is always ready to serve the humanity. So we welcome you and we salute the doctors like you who in a busy schedule making people aware of this diseases. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Jai Hind Abhiyan welcomes you.
Thank you so much for inviting me on this session, and good morning to all of you. I am delighted to be a part of this session, and it's my privilege, along with my team members, to be with you and sharing bit of my experiences. A few things I will be talking, and then after, let's say, in last 5-10 minutes, I will be sharing my first-hand experiences, what I do. And if you can wish me, I can share my screen to start with it, so that I can go quickly on this and then have a word-to-word, two-way communication with most of you. So,
Yes, yes, sir. You may continue. Do you
Sir,
want me
you
to
can
run your slides?
continue.
Ek minute, Sabia ma'am, ek minute. Sir,
yeah,
you want me to continue with your slides?
I have already done that. If I can, you can hear me, then I can continue.
No. Yes, I can. We can hear you. You are free to use the time. You have ample amount of time. You need not worry about other speakers. You
Okay,
please continue with your things. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Ripunaji. Thank you so much for inviting me and being a part of you. And before wasting any more time, we are talking about the state government role in combating COVID. So the first questions will arise: what is COVID and how it started, and why our state is dealing with it. So let me tell you, when we talk about COVID, it's a deadly disease. WHO has called it a pandemic disease. It has arrived to our state somewhere in March first week, or you can say the first case reported in Rajasthan was on 29th of February. One person from Italy was admitted, and on 2nd of March, he was tested positive against COVID. Let me tell you, in India, the incidence of COVID started with Kerala, and that was on 27th of January, which shook everybody as a humanity, as a doctors. We were starting talking amongst each other and what is to be done and what the deadly disease is all about. Keeping all that thing in mind, and we had to face one hand, because I was working as an administrator there, very much at a Savai Mansingh Hospital, where Dr. Prakash Keswani happened to meet interact with the first patient who came from Italy. So it was 29th of February, he was admitted, and his tests were done. And let me tell you, nobody was knowing about virus, what virus it is, what type of infection it is. We were knowing nothing about this COVID earlier. When the testing facility was not there, even in Rajasthan, the first sample was sent to Pune, and rather two consecutive samples were sent to Pune, and it was on 2nd March, and after 2 days, this gentleman's wife became positive. There were a group of 23 Italians who came to visit Udaipur and Jaipur, and on their transit from Jaipur, they went to Agra. So it was a difficult task and challenging for the government to how to deal with such people who are migrating from abroad to India and then going from places to places. That challenge was always there. And once this disease, this virus was identified, which nobody knew how it will react in human body, there was no source of, we never had any type of laboratory test in Rajasthan. Now, when you talk of Rajasthan, more than thousands of samples are tested here in Rajasthan now. The SMS is testing around 8 to 10,000 samples every day. So what the state government has done in combating COVID is from zero, there are in thousands we are testing now. The infrastructure, which was not ready, we are in a year's time, we are able to deal with it. So what it led to, the moment we interacted with the patient, first patient, it led to basically led the state government and the people working in distance to think about what is to be done at various levels. So at a state level, the early measure was to how to identify the disease, what all procedures can be done, what all things can be tested at our place, and how to monitor those people who are coming from other states. So that was a big challenging task which was there among everybody. So all these people, they sat down together, and we at district level hospitals, we also said the moment we had a patient, and out of the early measure, we at a state level, we decided to work under the... Hello? Hello? Yes. Shall I continue?
Yes, please continue, sir. No issues.
At a district level, we were also bound to think what is to be done under the district health authority, which was the collector was made the nodal officer, and how we were planning at SMS, sitting with all the doctors of different faculties, medicines, microbiologists, the PSM departments, the other various people, the administrators, how to combat the situation, how to prevent, and what is the line of treatment. People were not sure about the treatment initially. So, what all treatment Jaipur SMS tried was taken as a benchmark by ICMR, and it was recognized. The use of chloroquine initially was remarkably accepted across the world. Then, such type of regime which came was very much appreciated. So that is the time of thing we started thinking and came out with some sort of a preparedness to compact. So when I was working in administrator, let me share, it was so difficult a task for all of us to sit there and do some isolation. We learned from the papers which were published earlier. Yes, in this type of virus, it is spreading, and since the WHO has announced that the pandemic disease, so the isolation is the first thing. So the SMS institution was prepared to deal with such a crisis, the pandemic situation, and we all the administrators sat down together, made a chart out at an institutional level, because everybody was looking at SMS. SMS being the role model, and SMS is the premier institute of Rajasthan. So we accepted the challenge, and we prepared our hospital to combat that situation, which was arisen as an unknown warrior. So all the administrators. Then we developed a hospital, making the 3,000 beds into 900 beds. The proper spacing was there. The flow chart was diagnosed. We developed a separate OPDs for these such patients. If somebody is coming with any out of complaints, so initially the first symptoms what we noticed, a person who was added, I was reading a paper, the person who was diagnosed as a COVID first patient in India was never having fever. He only complained of dry cough and sore throat. So it was becoming a challenging task, and slowly we learned about the symptomology. What are the, I will discuss it further. What are mild cases? What are moderate cases? What are serious cases? I will just focus in few minutes there. But that led us to think about what procedure we can adopt so that we don't lead up into spread of such a virulent disease and such a fatal disease. So there was various steps which were taken down. As we are all aware, there were several lockdowns, 1, 2, 3 initially. So what the moment we came across these type of pandemic situations, if you have heard the name of Bhilwara, if you have heard the name of Ramganj area of Jaipur, first let me talk about the Bhilwara. What the collector did there, the people who came from abroad, initially when we had first patient, on 2nd of March, around 20th of March, there was a group of people who came out to be positive at Bhilwara. There were 3 doctors and 3-4 people who came positive. There were couple of guys who came, 3 people came positive in Junjunu. And suddenly what Bhilwara did is they cordon off their borders. The administration there, they cordon off their border. Bhilwara itself was isolated. There was a mass campaign. They identified the person, and after identification, they did all the screening of all around area, did whatever testing, and to everybody's surprise, out of 26 people which they identified, 20 got cured up in 20 days' time. So that concept of isolation and cordoning off was well accepted and applauded all across the world. And Bhilwara model was taken up not even in state and very much at the center level and appreciated at all levels. Such became the benchmark for further treatment. And before any lockdown, the administrative measures, as I'm talking, when the things were under control, the people, the administrative government did at various steps at 4 levels. 4 levels I would like to discuss. One was the administrative level, where each district nodal officer was made district collector was made a nodal officer, and he is the person who prepared a rapid response team to, even if the moment you come across a positive patient, go to that place, cordon off that area, do a proper demarcation, and initially you will be shocked. Around almost a kilometer away, people were there was a small curfew areas at around the corners. So that was a small lockdown before the lockdown. That type of theory was adapted, and it was quite successful though. So rapid response team was made under various departments were involved in that. You cannot say even the social welfare, the police departments, and so many others, even the media personnel who are not seen. So everybody contributed in some way or the other, and in a way tried their best to contain that area. Motivation for health workers, in a way, all the health workers were made to remember their oath. All the doctors like me were made to remember my oath as a Hippocratic oath. Yes, our body, our soul, our system is not for ourselves. It is for social cause. We chose this profession to work for others. And that motivation compelled each and every health worker to do something for the others, not for themselves. Most of the health workers, they forgot their families, they forgot their health. All they remembered is to save others' lives. That was the challenge, and which was well worked out. And I'm happy we all the health workers got some motivation in form of in June. Even the Indian Defense Forces, Air Forces, they spread some few petals also. The flowers were petaled all across the country. And what a lovely welcome for every person who contributed. That was one administrative measure. The government further saw the because since they had to make people isolated and ensure the people don't go out, the section 188 of Indian Penal Code was levied. Also, section 114, where not more than 5 people can stay. All the travelers have to undergo 14 days home isolation if they are coming from outside. Initially, all institutions, the gyms, the air conditions, theaters, bars, everything was closed and the movement was restricted to ensure that there is no spread of such a virulent virus among the community. So that is to check the community spread. Various type of health measures were also implemented regarding the maximum sample collection. If somebody is tested positive in a community or a particular area, the whole area was cordoned off. Maximum number of samples were collected from the family, the area nearby, and the necessary tests were done, and the necessary medicines were also delivered. Various departments, as I already concluded, did their wonderful role. Police department played an equally important role by helping the medical department, the other departments, social governments, social economic, social welfare departments, and other. They did a tremendous job in containing of this disease. Government also ensure the government hospitals. Like I was just talking few days back. Recently, we have seen a second wave. There were almost 50,000 patients in Jaipur city itself, where only hospitals could provide 8,000 beds. So what will happen for 42,000 people? They were rather home isolated, or they were in some private under some supervision of a private or government doctors. So that type of resource management was done. In private hospitals, government said any hospital which is more than 60 bedded hospital must have 25 to 50% beds reserved for COVID positive patients. That was also orders issued by the government, and various type of micro planning was also done to stop the local transmission of COVID-19. Furthermore, as a health measure, the young students, the young eminent people like medical final year students, medical interns, the nursing students finals, the nursing interns, they were also incorporated. Not many people came forward and gave their duties to help the mankind to deliver what they are upcoming for. So these type of health measures were also taken before the containment, this lockdown was ensured. And finally, I would say government was also thinking, the state governments also thought about the financial assistance to the poor people. There's so many people who are very poor, BPL families, the lower social economic strata people. So there was financial assistance was given to them of 1,000 rupees to more than 15 lakh of people. That was a great insight thought of the governing government. And those poor people, the older age, they were speedy disbursement of pensions were given, and the people 2 months of rationing was also given in that lockdown area, lockdown people. So that was the type of things which were given. So looking together, all these things, government also took a step. Nobody can be more than like in various social functions. Nobody could be more than 50 in some marriages. They can't have more than 50 people gathering. Those type of such things were also ensured from time to time. So when we oversee all these things, now coming back to scenario, what happened to lockdown? When I look today, go back to my initial slide of incidences. Look at the incidences when we talk about in India. In Rajasthan, when I talk about in India, almost 2 crores 80 lakh people are cases have been diagnosed, and no doubt the recovery rate is excellently high. When we talk of death ratio, but let me stick down to Rajasthan. In Rajasthan, we have almost tested more than 1 crores of sample has been taken, and more than 9 lakh 30, almost 40,000 people have been tested positive. Among that, the recovery rate is in Rajasthan is absolutely very high, and I tell you, it is quite amazing, and people should applaud the doctors, treating doctors, and the medical fraternity. The death rate is quite less. We had only 8,385, which is less than even a 1%. Though the death rate has been around more than 1.5 to 2 at most of the states, but ours is less than 1%, which is the job highly commendable by the medical fraternity giving their duties in Rajasthan. So that's a Rajasthan scenario, and most of the people have occurred, but still it is quite challenging when you have more than 42,000 active cases in Rajasthan. So you can't say and sit back and relax, but you have to fight it out. You don't know when the sleeping enemy gets up. So we will fight, and we are ready to fight till our last breath with all these COVID structures. When I come back to administrative role of government during the lockdown period, yes, we have seen lockdown period. The first lockdown, I remember, it occurred from 22nd of March to 31st of March. Believe me, I stayed in for 1.5 months at SMS hospital, didn't go home even for a minute, and we prepared our institution to combat any such dire emergencies or any such situations. During those during lockdowns, the administratively, yes, they had an advisory group which was time to time, morning, evening, night, telling the authorities what has to be done. The task force were prepared, which included doctors, which included administrators, and from time to time there were orders issued in the in the benefit of the patients and the check of this COVID infection. When we talk of during COVID, when there is any lockdown, there's definitely the government thought, when we are talking about the state government role, they thought about the drug supplies, the shops were open. There was a helpline, there is still a helpline number, 181, which people take it into granted, they talk about it. 108 has not stopped, 104 has not stopped. People get consultation all 24 hours on those numbers. So that's a big thing and relief to all the people. There are fair price shops, and even at the grassroots level, there are village services corporate corporations, which are cooperative societies, which are open. During this lockdown period, government ensured people from other states should not come, and people with symptoms who are coming, if people who have come somehow with symptoms, they should be isolated for more than around 15 days. But people should be aware that those who are above 60 years of age with symptoms or comorbid conditions must be quarantined for 15 days. That was the issue. And asymptomatics, yes, definitely, if not at isolation center, in any hotel or any quarantine center, they should be home quarantine for almost 2 weeks. When we come on to the, during this lockdown period, the health measures what we talk about, all the pharmaceutical shops, you can see they have opened to ensure that their medicines are delivered. No person is deprived from any medical help or hospital care during this period. So, and people who got positive, they were registered on Rajasthan COVID Information app. So wherever they go, they were traceable. Wherever they were staying, they were traceable. So that type of advancement and were also used. As far as welfare measures are concerned, this is the last which I was talking about during this COVID time. The free investigations were ensured, and every day thousands and thousands of people are getting them investigated free of cost, which is very high. And if person is positive or negative, if whatever symptoms he carry, the medicines are also supplied free by the government, which is a very big asset and very big thing which the government is thinking. To strengthen the welfare measure, yes, we have also heard around rupees 60 crores were also given to Panchayati Raj for PPE kit and other facilities to ensure the proper care is taken of their patients. Yes, another very important thing was rupees 50 lakh to the family of the frontline worker whom we have lost couple of them. Yes, few doctors, few my nursing and another paramedic staff, even the security guards. I know we have lost them. Government has given some sort of a consolation. Yes, man gone, nobody can replace. But 50 lakh is a some amount for a family to look into it. That was also quite a welcome. Is, I should say, step taken by the state government. The persons who were indoor, who could not come out, who are poor, who could not afford, were also given door to door rationing. And still, these things are going on. I'm seeing every day to day life. Even the small farmers who could not do their tractors, the free tractors and farming equipments I was just seeing, were also levied. So this is the basic scenario when we talk of the state government finding combating in a situation during a COVID time. Let me say that there is a small blueprint also when we talk about the medic. I'm a medical man, so when we talk, what all steps can be taken in the Indian health management system, we work at a four levels. One is the village level, where we call it Anganwadi worker or a sub center. Then we have a, PSC, which is works at almost a lakh of population or 30,000 in a hilly area. Then we have the CSC, Community Health Center, which works at a population of 5 lakh people. And when we have a district headquarters. So all the government has laid down blueprint for how you can compact these situations, and in times to come, what we see, foresee a third wave. So how we can compact at a different level. So this, at a sub-center level, where you have an Anganwadi worker or GNM nurse, so what she can do, at least she can provide knowledge. She can provide IEC to the population. Look, you can do a social distancing. Look, you can do your hand wash. Look, you can use your mask. So if you have these type of containment, so these type of roles, when we talk about the health services, since I'm a medical man, so they are very important as far as I am concerned about public health. Their basic knowledge is supplied at the grassroots level by our ANM and Anganwadi and ASHA workers at a grassroots level. They are also educated and giving vaccination to the population at a grassroots level. So these type of roles when we talk about the health services, they are very important as far as I am concerned.
Sorry, I cannot
They
hear
are
you.
trying,
Okay.
and also they are trying to identify who are the patients who could be the probable patient of COVID. So at a grassroots level, even the health system in Rajasthan is quite strengthened, and they are identifying the patients at a grassroots level, remotest of area, to persons who are having upper acute respiratory infection or with fever or with breathlessness, and trying to help them to transport to the higher center, which is at the PSC level. At PSC level, I would like to say the early NMI cases are to be identified. What I mean here by early NMI cases, are cases where you need not to worry about low chest pains or breathlessness. The mild cases are where you have sore throat, you have body ache, you might have headache, you might have small diarrhea, might have discoloration of fingernails, you might have rashes, or some sort of a irritation in eyes. These type of mild or early symptoms, they can be diagnosed at PSC level, for which they can be treated there by motivating them for home isolation, providing them medical kits provided by the government, and educating them. Yes, you should be in an aerated place and identify such people, make a record of all of them, educate the near surroundings, and support them in day to day working. So they are actually collecting the data at a grassroots level and sending to the higher authorities. And government is ensuring that they provide the necessary logistics to those people. Now we are seeing the small antibodies kits are also provided at PSC level, medicine along with the medicines, and vaccination process is definitely there, which is at PSC level. and a doctor is in charge of this PSC level. So he ensures all the things are done under his umbrella. So when I talk of I move from mild to modern cases. So for when we talk of CSC, this is Community Health Center. Here, they are authorized to deal with mild to slight moderate level. What I mean to mild to slight level, earlier I was talking of sore throat, headache. Here I talk about one more step. If a person is having fever, if a person is having cough along with sore throat, if he is feeling tiredness along with headache and body ache, if he is having loss of taste, if he is having loss of smell, which is a clear-cut indication, it may be COVID-19 patient. So such cases can be diagnosed as CSC level, where there are more than two to 8 or 10 doctors there. So government has strengthened these centers by developing the research and guidelines with cooperation by providing them lab facilities. Rather, they are doing the testing at their level, providing the necessary medicines, testing them, providing necessary medicine, and rehabilitating them for their day-to-day needs. So this is also at a CSC level what government is assessing, and as per the local needs, the government is upgrading CSCs. I've seen CSCs where people have started operating. With some good surgeon and anesthetists there, yes, they have developed their own theatre with their local assistance. So that type of assessment of the local need, and they can develop their own centers, which government is also backing up at various levels. When we talk of a tertiary level health services, from primary level, the CSC, when we talk of secondary level, now we talk about the district level or medical college level. Here, you will find the patients which are not treated at PSC or CSC levels are transferred or are referred to such centers. Here, you have a fleet of doctors, expertise there, latest equipments in there. So here we treat all those moderate and severe cases. And here I mean with what I focus with moderate and severe cases is like when you have breathlessness, when you have a lot of chest pain, where there is less of speech, a loss of mobility, there's a lot of confusion. So when you see a color change of nails, such type of severe cases with comorbid senior people with comorbid conditions, they are having diarrhea, they are having hypertension, they are having diabetes, with renal involvements, with liver involvements, with heart involvements, with lung infections, all type of such severe cases, they are referred to these district level hospitals, and definitely the team is doing there. Now, recently, I have joined as a superintendent of Jaipuria Hospital also. So we at this small hospital, we have started our surgeries. We have operated mucormycosis almost 15 to 20 patients in last 1 week time. We have developed our center for any other post-COVID complications also. So when we talk about district level hospitals, in this area, we have started focusing more on post-COVID complications also, like mucormycosis. We are identifying, we are trying to treat, we are trying to rehabilitate them, we are trying to cure them, and you will be shocked to know few of our cases have gone happily from here, discharged from there, hale and hearty after getting proper treatment. Not only mucormycosis, there are other complications. We were pioneer in opening a small Jaipuria hospital. We were pioneer in opening a center, which we are rehabilitating people. We have instructed our doctors that any patient who is discharged has to go under counseling. So they have opened a post-discharge counseling board where every patient goes there. My psychiatrist, the team of doctors, they sit there, they educated them, they clear up all the anxiety, their depression, their apprehensions, everything is done. So all the psychological problems are solved, and then the patient are discharged. We further expect, I was reading yesterday or day before, there are other complications like intestinal obstructions and such problems are coming up. So we are preparing our team to combat with them and see how best we can treat our patients in that scenario. And lastly, I would say all the time I'm focusing on my people. You should be well informed about what is going on, what new is upcoming. Let us sit there together. We prepare what is to be done, and for most important for you all, what we tell our doctors, you have to be safe yourself and be kind to all. That's only a single scenario what I say to my doctor. Please be safe and be kind to everybody. That is what we are doctors for. And to sum up everything, I would like to just thank our state government for being the first to pass the bill. Can you imagine that the state government of Rajasthan was the first to pass the bill as far as to wear mask on 2nd of November? No other state thought about it. We are the highest number of people test state. Highest number of tests are done in our state as far as COVID is concerned. You will be shocked to know the vaccination. We are among the highest. And this Yojana which came on the first, this Chiranjeevi Yojana, I am sure it has benefited many, and in times to come, it would benefit most of them. With these words, I would like to say thank you so much, and the session is open for any type of discussion. I am ready to be there.
Thank you, Dr. Ranawat, for your informative lecture. Really, we have learned so many things. The figures you have given, the technique following, how you are helping the people to come out from distress, everything. It is very good. And the main thing you told, be safe and be kind. So really, this is wonderful, and we are going to follow your slogan. It's your slogan, be safe and be kind. Okay, now the session is open to everybody. If you want to ask questions, sir, we have a chief guest also, Farah. She's a young girl. She's also with us. We have Dr. Ranawat also. Okay, Farah, come, and Dr. Ranawat.
With due permission, you need not to say Farah as a young girl. We can well visualize that.
I'm the mother of 2 children now, no longer a young girl.
Ma'am, these are a long story, not to be said on forum, but yes, let me tell you, the thing is, I was president of Xavier's alumni for quite some time, and we have opened a center at COVID Care Center because this is beside this topic. And we have started a venture where we have contributed to that center, and our van is going every day to the nearby village. We have ensured that they carry the diagnostic kits with them, they carry medicines with them, they carry food with them, they carry educational material with them. And once the person is tested positive, we are sending ambulances, and we have tied up with few private hospitals, and we are always there. And our team and my children are doing very well job as a supportive. So there are many other NGOs which we don't see. I think they also deserve a lot of applaud, providing food and everything and all logistic support. So along with the government. Thank you so much. Thank you for passive hearing. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. We have learned so many things, and the main thing, the kindness of the doctors I've seen in this COVID period yesterday also, and the administrative. So we have completed our first tenure with IAS and IPS. They have also helped us in this awareness program. Now we are dealing with doctors. So we are having, so when I thought that when there is Dr. Ranawat, I requested Ripunjay Singh sir, so he should have some young energetic person as a chief guest. So I invited Farah. It's the best combination we can have of some energetic and enthusiastic persons who are going to join with the mission and help us. I think you can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. So any questions from anyone? So it's very...
Yeah, I have a question. I wanted to know that actually it's specific to me, to my condition. Sir, I am a lactating mother. So I see a lot of posts saying that, it's safe. Some say it's not safe. So what is your take on it? I mean, is it okay to get a vaccine right now, or should I wait?
Yeah, recently the paper has been published about the lactating and pregnant mothers. Yes, pregnancy is not yet declared, but yes, for lactating mothers, they can go for vaccinations.
Okay, so it's safe.
It's very safe.
All right. Thank you.
And doctors are always there for you, don't worry.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
Any more questions? Ripunjay Singh sir, where you are?
I am very well here. I am listening to Ranawat sir, and very knowledgeable session, and many things which I was not even well versed was sir has shared, and he has upgraded my knowledge in many aspects. And I like to disclose one thing. We have studied together in Xavier's a long time back. So I have association with him, and I can disturb him anytime. And he's so kind to accept all my calls, and he's always there for all sessions, even at RIPA and other places wherever I call him for sessions. Thank you very much, sir. And your team who had worked so hard for preparing your sessions and working. I can understand with all trauma and atrocities you must be doing from last one year.
One Dr. Abbas is sitting
Yes.
right behind.
Abbas, I was getting phone calls from Abbas, and we were managing your session. And thank you to your team who had worked together. I could hear lot many telephone calls were coming when you were speaking and sharing your knowledge. Thank you very much, sir. And Radha ma'am, can we start now? Because
Thank you, Dr. S.S. Ranawat, for your informative lecture and giving us your precious time. So we'll need you again, and we will follow your slogan: be safe and be kind. So Jai Hind.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
And I am Fauji's son, so doesn't matter.
I'm also, we all from Fauji ground. Farah, ma'am, all. We all Fauji, so we say Jai Hind.
So my dad, he was in Air Force, so it's pleasure for me.
Yes, sir. We all. So it's wonderful.
We all have connections in.
Yeah.
So,
it is. Now I invite our special guest, Ripunjay Singh sir. Where is Anita ma'am? Anita ma'am is also a special guest where he speaks. So Ripunjay Singh sir, with your permission, our chief guest ma'am, we are starting a session on stress and anxiety.
That is a very, very important topic for all of us.
Sorry.
I think everyone is going through some kind of anxiety and stress.
Yeah.
So this was the main reason why when Saviaji told me.
Yeah, very good.
So I should prepare something, and this is just about preparation I did in last night. I could not have proper sleep because I was under stress and anxiety to prepare this session. So the thing, the trauma which we all are going through, जो तनाव और चिंता जिसके तहत हम सब लोग अभी जा रहे हैं, और ये इसने हमें बहुत सारी चीज़ों के लिए एक कॉर्नर में लाके खड़ा कर दिया है। 2021 के लिए हमारे पास बहुत सारे सवाल हैं हमारे सामने। अभी हमें क्या करेंगे, किस तरह करेंगे, कब करेंगे, कहाँ करेंगे, क्यों करेंगे, हमारे लिए कौन करेगा, किसके लिए करेंगे। ये भी एक नई चीज़ है कि अगर मैं अब कुछ करता हूँ तो किसके लिए करूँ। तो ये हमारे लिए बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन मार्क इस समय का ये चीज़ लेके आ गई है। नो डाउट बहुत सारे हमारे बीच में नेगेटिव थॉट्स रहे हैं इस समय के अंदर। जब हम जिस ट्रॉमा सेशन के अंदर गए थे, बहुत सारी शिकायतें थी हमारे साथ, आलस्यापन था, हमारी नफरत थी, जो हम एक दूसरे के प्रति जो पिछले कुछ समय में किसी को डर था, गुस्सा था, कोई लालच था, कोई किसी चीज़ को हम स्वतः ही टालते जा रहे थे। तो ये जो सब चीज़ें थी, ये तनाव और चिंता को हमारे लिए बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ाती जा रही थी। तो इस डर से जाने के लिए जो प्रोसेस जिसके थ्रू हम जा रहे थे, उसके लिए हमने बहुत सारी पॉजिटिव चीज़ें भी आई हैं हमारे जीवन में। ऐसा नहीं है कि इस समय हमें बहुत सारी चीज़ें नेगेटिव ही चीज़ें मिली। हम लोग दान करने लग गए, बहुत लोग ईमानदार हो गए। मैं कईयों को जानता हूँ जो कि कई चीज़ें थी, उन्होंने कहा कि अब मैं बहुत ईमानदार हो गया हूँ, कमिट किया है उन्होंने। लोग एक दूसरे से प्रेम करने लग गए हैं, उनके एटीट्यूड में फ़र्क पड़ गया है, शांत हो गए हैं, गुस्सा कम हो गया है। दिस आई कैन से ऑन माई सेल्फ ऑल्सो कि आई वॉज यूज्ड टू बी वेरी एंग्री ऑन मैनी थिंग्स, बट मुझे इस चीज़ ने बहुत चीज़ें सिखाई है। लोगों में हिम्मत आई है, कुछ चीज़ों के लिए कोई ऐसा कार्य करते हैं, दान पुण्य वगैरह इत्यादि कोई करते हैं, तो उनको अंदरूनी खुशी मिलती है। लोग कोई घर रहते रहते एक्टिव हो गए हैं, उनको जब पता चला है कि दयालु हो गए हैं, बहुत दान पुण्य करने लगे हैं। कुछ लोग रचनात्मक क्रियाएं करने लग गए हैं, एक दूसरे की हेल्प करके सहायक हो गए हैं। एक दूसरे से मिलके प्रेरित भी हुए हैं। ये बात नहीं है कि हमें वो चीज़ नहीं मिलती है, बट ऐसे समय आया है जिसके अंदर हमें बहुत सारी चीज़ें हुई। नो डाउट 2020-21 ने हमें कोरोना दिया है, अब ये काली फंगस भी चीज़ नई आ गई है, चक्रवात हमारे यहाँ इतने सारे आए हैं, अभी 2 तो पिछले इसी महीने के अंदर आए थे, और मानसिक तनाव था, लोगों ने, बहुत सारे जो लोग थे हमारे थे, कईयों ने आत्महत्याएं कर ली हैं, और बहुत सारे जो हमारे आसपास के जो महत्वपूर्ण लोग थे, मित्र थे, दोस्त थे, वो हमें छोड़ के इस बीच में चले गए। तो ये एक ऐसा एरा था जिसके हमें नुकसान रहा, बट ऐसी बात नहीं है। 2021 के अंदर हमें बहुत सारी चीज़ें सीखने को भी मिली हैं। अगर उस हिसाब से देखें, कई लोग, हम लोग मानते हैं गाड़ियाँ नहीं चली तो प्रदूषण मुक्त हुआ है, अमीर गरीब के बारे में जो चीज़ें थी वो कम हुई है, नई चीज़ें सीखने लगे हैं लोग, कीमती करने जो सामान था उसके बहिष्कार करने लगे हैं। एक ही सेशन के अंदर ही मुझे एक बात याद आई थी कि मैंने किसी से पूछा था, तो उन्होंने कहा था, एक मैम थी हमारे साथ ही, नाम तो नहीं लूँगा, हमारे टीचिंग फैटर्निटी से ही थी, कि सर हमारा ना मेकअप का जो खर्चा है वो कम हो गया है इस मास्क लगाने से। तो दिस इज़ ऑल्सो वन, मैंने भी इस पॉइंट को इसमें लिया कि हाँ, ये भी हमारे लिए एक बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण बात रही। तो बहुत सारी चीज़ें जो सीखने की थी वो हमने इसमें सीखी, और हमें इस चीज़ को मिली बहुत से बदलाव जो हमारे बीच में आए। नो डाउट, जिसके अंदर अभी सुमित सर ने बताया कि सरकार ने बहुत सारी चीज़ें की, हमें शिक्षित किया है, हमें बहुत सारे मुद्दे दिए जिनके ऊपर हमें बात की है, राजनीतिक इच्छा शक्तियाँ जो थी लोगों की, उसके अंदर बहुत बदलाव आए हैं, संसाधन जो थे उनको हमने अच्छी तरह से इस्तेमाल करने लगे हैं, क्योंकि इनका प्रयोग, उपयोग और बहुत ज़्यादा होने लगा है, और जिस तरह की जनसंख्या हमारे है हिंदुस्तान के अंदर, उस सारी चीज़ों को, ये सब चीज़ों के बारे में जानकारी होना बहुत आवश्यक है। तो मानवता की जो उपलब्धियां थी उनको बारे में हम सीखने लगे हैं, उनके बारे में जानकारी रखने लगे हैं। ये सरकार का बहुत बड़ा प्रयास था। राज्य सरकार ने क्या काम किया हमने देखे, केंद्र सरकार ने भी हमें बहुत सारी चीज़ें दी। ये चीज़ अभी से ही नहीं है, मतलब जो पिछली बार 2019-20 में भी जब स्पेनिश फ्लू आया था, उस समय भी ऐसी ही घटनाक्रम हुए थे, जब उस समय कार्टून्स भी ऐसे ही बनते थे कि दूर रहो, गाड़ी में मत जाओ, किसी से बात मत करो, और घूमने जाओ, अच्छा खाना खाओ, और टैक्सी, कॉमन प्लेसेस यूज मत करो, पब्लिक नोटिसेस वगैरह इत्यादि जितनी भी चीज़ें थी वो उस समय भी निकली थी। बट इसकी जो थी जनरली, जो इस एपिडेमिक की जो अगर मैं कुछ 2 शब्दों के अंदर परिभाषित करूँ तो असाधारण एक कठिनाई का दौर है, एक लंबा दौर है, जिसके कोई संक्रमित बीमारी है, कोई बाउंड्रीज नहीं देखता है, एक विशेष समय के ऊपर ही आया है। और जैसे कल वाले सेशन में मैंने बताया था कि हर 100 साल में रिपीट हुआ है, 1720 में भी हुआ, 1820 में भी हुआ, 1920 में भी और 2020 में भी है। तो इसके जो परिणाम थे, जो प्रभाव थे, वो हमारे ऊपर बहुत ज्यादा थे। सॉरी, एम आई ऑडिबल मैम?
हाँ, यस, यू आर ऑडिबल।
ओके, थैंक यू। तो जितनी भी चीज़ें थी जिनसे शरीर के इसमें 19 अंग जो हैं जो प्रभावित होते हैं, वो दिमाग से लेके अब नई नई चीज़ें इसके अंदर आ रही हैं। अब नई चीज़ आँख और ऐड हो गई है, जो कि पहले इसके साथ इसमें नहीं थी। कल हमें सर ने बताया था, राकेश पोरवाल सर ने। तो जो नई नई चीज़ें, बीमारियां जो इस वायरस से इन्फेक्टेड हो रही हैं, वो एड ऑन होती चली जा रही हैं। फीवर, किडनी फेलियर्स हैं, ब्लड हैं, कई ब्लड क्लॉटिंग्स हैं, कईयों की ब्रेन के प्रभाव हैं, इस तरह की बहुत सारी चीज़ें जो हैं इसके प्रभाव होते जा रहे हैं। नो डाउट जो कोविड-19 के जो थे, बहुत सारे लोग इसमें, अगर हम देखते हैं तो वो सुरक्षित इससे जीत भी जाते हैं, और बहुत ही कम है, 1% से भी कम जो लोग हैं वो, उनकी इसके अंदर कैजुअलिटी या कोई प्रॉब्लम आती है। बट सिम्टम्स बहुत सारे हैं, वो हम सबको पता है, ज़्यादा मैं उसके ऊपर नहीं बताऊंगा। बट हाँ, ये बात ज़रूर है कि इन सिम्टम्स को सरकार ने अपने अपने स्तर के ऊपर बहुत चीज़ें हमें मेंशन की हैं। तो ये चीज़ें नो डाउट, जैसे मैं जिस एंजाइटी है जिसके बारे में बात कर रहा था, एक दूसरे से दूर रहना भी एक तरह का एक वो चीज़ है कि हम कितने समय तक दूर रह सकते हैं। और शायद यूएस के अंदर, यूरोप के अंदर, जहाँ पे लोग सबसे पहले मिलते ही हाथ मिलाते हैं, गले मिलते हैं, और हमारे यहाँ पे ये चीज़ें नहीं थी, तो शायद हो सकता है कि इसका भी एक प्रभाव पड़ा हो कि हमारे यहाँ पे जो पर मिलियन जो डेथ्स थी, जो लगभग 200 के आसपास हैं, वो हमने यहाँ पे देखी कि कम थी। विश्व में जितने भी देश से उनके कंपैरिजन में यूएस में 2000 से ज़्यादा, इटली में 2000 से ज़्यादा, अमेरिका में यूके के अंदर 1800 से ज़्यादा, और जितने भी यूरोपियन कंट्रीज थी वहाँ पे सब जगह 1500 से ज़्यादा मिलियन डेथ्स थी। पर हिंदुस्तान के अंदर शायद हो सकता है कि इसी का ही हो रहा, लॉकडाउन का प्रभाव रहा, या प्रशासनिक गतिविधियां रही, या डॉक्टर्स का सहयोग रहा, हमारे यहाँ पे मिलियन डेथ्स बहुत कम हुई। और उसके साथ सरकार ने बहुत सारी गाइडलाइंस भी जारी की कि एक साथ मिल के नहीं भोजन करना, शेयर नहीं करना भोजन को, डिस्टेंसेस मेंटेन करना, शौच में जाना। मतलब एक छोटी सी चीज़ है कि हम लोग शौच जो करते थे, हम जो हमारी प्रोसेस था, हिंदुस्तानी प्रोसेस था, हम साबुन से हाथ वगैरह धोते थे, बट विदेशों के अंदर वो लोग, उनके जो संस्कृति है वो बिल्कुल विभिन्न अलग ही प्रकार की, तो जिसका भी प्रभाव हम लोगों पे शायद रहा कि हम लोग इम्यून सिस्टम वगैरह जो थे वो हमारे चीज़ रही। ऐसे गाइडलाइंस भी जारी हो, रिश्तेदारों से नहीं मिलना, दूर रहना, घर पे बैठ के ही काम करना, वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग इत्यादि जो है, कहीं आसपास में जाना है तो बाइक पे, साइकिल पे जाना, सार्वजनिक परिवहन का इस्तेमाल नहीं करना, मतलब ऑनलाइन शॉपिंग इत्यादि जितनी भी चीज़ें थी, तो इन सब चीज़ों के लिए सरकार ने बहुत सारी गाइडलाइंस और स्क्रीन जारी की। अब यहाँ पे मैं उस चीज़ पे आता हूँ, स्ट्रेस पे। अब स्ट्रेस जनरली क्या है कि बाहरी और एक आंतरिक। बाहरी तो ठीक है कि पर्यावरण के संबंधित ले लें, मनोवैज्ञानिक के हिसाब से ले लें, कि समाज में क्या गतिविधियां चल रही हैं उसके हिसाब से ले लें। पर आंतरिक जो है वो बहुत ज़्यादा बुरे प्रभाव ह्यूमन बींग्स के ऊपर हम लोगों पे डालें, जिनके अंदर बहुत तरह की बीमारियां हम लोगों ने कर ली, खिंचाव जो है वो हमारे बहुत है, और परिस्थितियां जो हैं वो हमें बिल्कुल ही विकट ऐसे मोड पे लेके आ गई, जिसके कारण लोगों के अंदर स्ट्रेस आने लगे। अब जहाँ तक चिंता की बात है, वो भय के कारण भी है, आशंकाएं भी हैं, परेशानियां भी हैं, वो कई तरह की हैं। अगर आप देखें तो भावनात्मक भी उससे कई जुड़ी हुई हैं, उससे मेडिकली जैसे का रक्तचाप वगैरह, तनाव, मेंटल प्रेशर वगैरह जो है वो भी उसका एक प्रभाव इसके ऊपर चीज़ों में डालता है। तो स्ट्रेस और एंजाइटी के बीच में जो कैसे प्रभाव करता है एक दूसरे को, उसके अंदर अगर हम देखें तो अच्छा समय हो, बुरा समय हो, कैसे भी कोई भी चीज़ हो, तनाव कम से कम जो होता है वो जीवन में हर एक के साथ रहता है, पर वो उसको किस तरह से लेता है, कितने समय तक के लिए लेता है, ये उसके लिए एक बहुत चीज़ हो जाती है। अब लगातार तनाव रहने के कारण लोगों के सिर दर्द हैं, ब्लड प्रेशर है, उच्च रक्तचाप भी होने लग गया है, हार्ट बीट्स बढ़ गई हैं, बॉडी के ऊपर, उसके ऊपर स्किन के ऊपर प्रभाव पड़ने लग गया है, जो नींद का जो उनका रूटीन था सोने का, वो स्किन रैशेस वगैरह जो है, लॉस ऑफ स्लीप जो है, पल्पिटेशंस वगैरह जो हैं, ये चीज़ें बढ़ गई हैं। तो अलग अलग तरह के लक्षण जो हैं ये इसके हिसाब से देखने को मिलते हैं। आप इसके हिसाब से देखें क्या चिंता तनाव के समान है, अगर हम इस चीज़ को देखें तो आप देखेंगे कि एक बॉडी रिएक्शन है जो है, और ये बॉडी रिएक्शन जो है इसको हम अल्पकालीन बहुत कम समय के लिए हम इसको अनुभव कर सकते हैं, और इसमें जो खतरे की जो प्रतिक्रिया होती है वो तनाव के कारण ही ज़्यादा होती है, और जो निरंतर मानसिक जो आपके ऊपर भाव पड़ता है तो वो लोगों के ऊपर बहुत ही ज़्यादा सिस्टम को, जो हमारा डे टू डे रूटीन है उसको बहुत ज़्यादा प्रभावित करता है। तो इसके जो समान प्रभाव जो है, जैसे कि शरीर के ऊपर भी है, जैसे मैंने बताया, आपके विचारों में भी, मेंटल थॉट्स में है, आपकी भावनाएं एक दूसरे के प्रति जो है वो, उसको भी अब हम देख सकते हैं, और जो रिलेशनशिप है आपकी एक दूसरे के प्रति, क्या भावना है, व्यवहार है, उसके ऊपर भी बहुत चीज़ें देखने को मिली। मैं हेल्थ वाइज मैंने आप लोगों को बताया कि लोगों को ओबेसिटी बढ़ गई है, कई लोगों की वेट बढ़ गए हैं, कोई चीज़ें हुई, बट हाँ ये चीज़ ज़रूर है कि कई लोगों ने उसको बहुत सीरियसली लिया और उस चीज़ का पूरा प्रभाव उनके शरीर के ऊपर और इसके ऊपर नहीं आने दिया। तो शारीरिक और मानसिक लक्षण जो हैं, उनको शारीरिक लक्षण जो है जनरली जो फर्स्ट टाइम जो देखने को मिले, जो लोगों ने बताया, जनरली जब जिन लोगों से मेरी बात हुई डॉक्टर से, और कुछ एक चीज़ें जो पेशेंट्स थे उन लोगों से जो बात हुई, उनके अंदर अलग अलग तरह की लोगों ने अपनी अपनी कंप्लेंट्स की। किसी ने, मतलब आप एक या दो सिम्टम्स या उस चीज़ के बारे में हम नहीं बात कर सकते। अभी रानावत सर ने भी इस चीज़ के बारे में बताया था कि अलग अलग लोगों से अलग अलग तरह की चीज़ें हुई, कोई किसी में शिवरिंग आ रही थी, किसी के कोई स्वेटिंग प्रारंभ हो गई थी, किसी को थूक निकलने में प्रॉब्लम आ रही थी, जो लूज मोशंस हो रहे थे, मेंटल स्ट्रेस जरूर था, एंगर लोगों में आ रहा था, यूरिनरी प्रॉब्लम्स लोगों के अंदर देखने को मिल रही थी, और स्वेटिंग जिससे मैंने कहा वो होनी थी, शिवरिंग है, हेडेक्स हैं, और मसल जो है स्ट्रेस जो है वो भी है, कईयों के पेट दर्द, कॉलिक्स होने लगे, अलग अलग तरह के एक्स अलग अलग तरह के होने लगे। ये उसकी जो थी शारीरिक लक्षण जो थे कईयों पे देखने के मिले। भावनात्मक संकेत भी जहाँ तक मैं इसमें मानता हूँ कि जरूर है, जैसे मैंने कहा कि चिड़चिड़ापन है, या बॉडी के ऊपर, या आपके माइंड के ऊपर, या आपके विचारों के ऊपर, या आपके जो स्वभाव है, इमोशंस है, उन सब के ऊपर इन सब चीज़ों की बात देखने को मिली। निरंतर लोग जिन जिन के ऊपर ये प्रभाव होता गया, वो गलत निर्णय लेने का प्रभाव हुआ, या उनकी सोच के ऊपर एडल बैठने के कारण उनकी जो सोच थी वो बदलने लगी। तो ये जो क्रोध था, चिड़चिड़ापन था, बेचैनी जो थी, इसके कारण जो स्ट्रेस जो थे वो सब लोगों के अंदर बढ़ने लगे। बेसिकली जो शुरुआती लक्षण जो कुछ लोगों में जिनसे बात हुई, जिनको सर्वे के तौर पर पूछा गया और उनसे बोला गया कि हाँ कुछ इसके बारे में बताइए, तो अलग अलग चीजें थी, घबराहट भी थी, बेचैनी भी थी, और तनाव भी महसूस कर रहे थे, ब्रीदिंग जो थी वो बहुत तेजी से होने लगी थी, और बेसिकली जो चीज़ थी वो मेंटल स्ट्रेस जो था वो उन सब लोगों के ऊपर लेके आने लगा। मुझे एक स्लाइड मिली हमारे एक फैकल्टी की तरफ से कि ऋग्वेद के अंदर जो हमारे कुछ डायमेंशंस हैं जीवन के, तो उसके अंदर समाज को अगर हम उस चीज़ से देखते हैं, जोड़ते हैं, तो वो हमारे शारीरिक रूप से भी हैं, वो हमारे सामाजिक रूप से भी हैं, वो हमारी साइकोलॉजी के हिसाब से भी हैं, हमारे ज्ञान के हिसाब से भी हैं, और हमारे जो पूर्व जो हम लोगों को विरासत में मिली है जो उसके हिसाब से भी है, पर्यावरण के हिसाब से भी, आज मैं क्या कार्य कर रहा हूँ उसके हिसाब से भी है, और मेरे विचार क्या चीज़ है। ऐसे ये 10 अलग अलग विचार हैं जो उन्होंने दिए इसके अंदर। बेसिकली जो एडवर्टाइजिंग थी इसके अंदर जो थी वो लोगों के परिवार के रूप में देखने के बाद को सम्मिलित करने के हिसाब से थी। जो जीवन के जो 10 आयाम उन्होंने दिए उनको इन सब चीज़ों में समेट के और बताया कि हाँ एक मानव जीवन के अंदर आदमी को किस किस तरह से किन किन चीज़ों के ऊपर ध्यान देना चाहिए। जब लोगों ने कईयों ने बताया कि जब उनको इस बारे में करीब शरीर के कई अंगों के ऊपर इसका जो प्रभाव देखने को मिला, सर दर्द होने लगा, सीने पे दर्द होने लगा, कईयों को कॉन्स्टिपेशन भी होने लगी, पेट की होने लगी, और अलग अलग किस्म की जो उनके अंदर बीमारियां जो होने लगी, उसका जो रिएक्शन जो था वो यही था कि उसको हम किस तरह से उस चीज़ को करें। तो रिएक्शंस जो थे वो यही थे कि हमने कईयों ने राय दी कि मादक इम्यूनिटी को बढ़ाना है तो मादक पदार्थों को, निकोटीन इत्यादि को कम करें, दोस्तों परिवार लोगों से मिलें, कुछ क्रिएटिविटी काम करें, कुछ मेडिटेशन के काम करें। कुछ एक मेरे फ्रेंड थे जिन्होंने मुझे बताया कि मेरे को इन दिनों में बहुत ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम रही तो मैं च्युइंगम खाने लग गया, तो मैं च्युइंगम चबाता रहता तो मेरा ध्यान च्युइंगम की तरफ ज़्यादा जाता रहता था। तो स्ट्रेस जो थी वो उसको कम करने के लिए कुछ रचनात्मक कार्य करने लगे, कुछ लिखने लग गए, कुछ लोग पेंटिंग्स करने लग गए, और अपने आप को बिजी करने के हिसाब से शारीरिक जो देखभाल थी उसके ऊपर लोगों का ध्यान जाने लगा। ये कुछ चीज़ें इस तरह की जो चीज़ें थी जो अपने तनाव और उसको मुक्त करने के लिए उन्होंने किया। एक चीज़ और है कि क्या चिंता समय के साथ दूर हो सकती है, ये बहुत ही बड़ा वो चीज़ है, हो सकती है, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है कि नहीं हो सकती, बट उसके लिए अगर वो नहीं होती है, अगर वो प्रोलॉन्ग्ड होती है, देन इट्स अ वेरी सीरियस थिंग। उसको समय के साथ हमें उसको आगे नहीं खींचना है। और जो एंजाइटी जो है लोगों के अंदर, डिसऑर्डर जो है, उसको देखना बहुत ही ज़्यादा आवश्यक हो जाता है हमारे लिए, वो हमारे के अंदर भी पनपे नहीं, और ये जो चीज़ है ये कोई आगे लंबे समय तक नहीं चले। जनरली जो है जो प्रतिदिन की जो गतिविधियां हैं वो भोजन से संबंधित हो, व्यायाम से संबंधित हो, या आपके शौक से संबंधित हो, या आपके सोने से संबंधित हो, उनको आप किस तरह से दूर करेंगे। आप रेडियो सुन के करेंगे, या किताबें पढ़ के करेंगे, या अच्छे सीरियल्स देखेंगे, या लोगों से अपने डिस्टेंस कॉलिंग करेंगे जिन लोगों से आप इतने समय। ये चीज़ मैंने देखी है इस बार, कई सालों तक चीज़ नहीं मिली। एक सबसे बड़ा उदाहरण मुझे देखने को मिला, एक मेरे मित्र थे, जब 1981 में मैं जब रिपब्लिक डे परेड पे दिल्ली गया था तो वो मेरे साथ चले थे। और इस कोविड काल के अंदर 40 साल बाद आज मुझे उनको फेसबुक के माध्यम से और व्हाट्सएप के माध्यम से मैं उनसे संपर्क में आया, और हमारी पुरानी ताज़ा यादें जो ताज़ा, शायद मैं इसका क्रेडिट कोविड को दूंगा कि मेरा एक मित्र जिसको मैं 40 साल बाद मिला, और वो बहुत अच्छे म्यूजिशियन हैं, अब मुझे बहुत अच्छी ट्यून्स और इत्यादि दिल्ली बेस्ड हैं, और वो वहाँ से मुझे भेजते हैं। तो ये कुछ इसको मैं पॉजिटिविटी से लिया मैंने कि हाँ साहब, एक मित्र से मिला और उनकी इस तरीके की भावनात्मक रूप से जुड़ना एक बहुत आवश्यक हो जाता है कि मैं किस तरह से मैं लोगों से जुड़ता हूँ, भले ही मैं वीडियो कॉल करके करता हूँ या टेक्स्ट करता हूँ या मैं उनसे बात करता हूँ। बहुत रिलेटिव्स हैं, जान पहचान वाले हैं, मित्र हैं। अब तो ऐसा जब 1920 की देखें तो उस समय तो ऐसी चीज़ें नहीं थी, तब तो इस तरह के व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप हैं या सिंग ग्रुप हैं या टेलीग्राम ग्रुप्स हैं, जो आपस में बहुत, फेसबुक है, इंस्टाग्राम है, ऐसे बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जिनके माध्यम से आप इतने लोगों से मिल सकते हैं जिनके बारे में कुछ जानकारी नहीं भी हो तो आप उनको सर्च कर सकते हैं, मिला सकते हैं। एक चीज़ जो इसमें सबसे नेगेटिव जो चीज़ें आती हैं, जनरली सभी लोग कहते हैं कि जो नेगेटिव चीज़ें अखबार में आती हैं या टीवी में आती हैं या चीज़ें आती हैं तो उन चीज़ों से अवॉइड करें, क्योंकि अभी भी अब कई बार देखते हैं कि एक कोने में चक्कर चलता रहता है, अब इतने मर गए, अब इतने बीमार हो गए, अब इतने यहाँ पे ये हो गए, यहाँ पे लड़ाई झगड़े हो गए। तो हमें इन चीज़ों को अवॉइड करना चाहिए। सबसे बड़ी चीज़ ये कि, और इन सब चीज़ों से दूर रहने के पश्चात जो बेस्ट पार्ट है लाइफ का, उसको हमारे जीवन के अंदर लेके आना चाहिए। क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोग हमारे बीच में, उनको बहुत उनके वो थे, उन्होंने बहुत सपने संजो रखे थे, उनके जीवन में बहुत सारी चीज़ें उनको आगे करनी थी, और वो बिना कुछ किए हुए, सोचे हुए, और आज की तारीख में वो हमारे बीच में नहीं रहे। तो ये एक बहुत ही वो चीज़ है कि हमें नेगेटिविटी से हर समय इसको हम दूर रहें। सीखने की बहुत चीज़ें हैं, अतिरिक्त सहायता लें, लोगों से सहयोग लें, जिनको पास बहुत क्रिएटिविटी है, वो आपका मूड को जो है उसको स्विंग करने के लिए बहुत आवश्यक है, वो आपकी बहुत मदद कर सकते हैं इन सब चीज़ों के अंदर। खास तौर से इस चीज़ के समय जो सबसे ज़्यादा जो चीज़ चल रही है कि इम्यूनिटी को बूस्ट करने की जब हम बात करते हैं, तो भले ही वो तनाव और चिंता से संबंधित हो या हम अल्कोहल या शराब को अपने से दूर रखें, मादक पदार्थों को अपने से दूर रखें, एक स्वस्थ जीवन यापन करें, अच्छी से प्रॉपरली नींद जो है वो हमारे साथ लें, अस्वस्थ जो खाना है, बुरा जो चीज़ें हैं जो हमारे से संबंधित नहीं है, बाजार में बहुत सारी ऐसी चीज़ें मिलती हैं जिनको हम बहुत ही चाव से खाते हैं, उनको अवॉइड करें, व्यायाम के हिसाब से करें, धूम्रपान इत्यादि चीज़ें से, इनसे चीज़ों से हम लिखें, और शरीर के अंदर जो है डिहाइड्रेशन को नहीं होने दें। ये कुछ इम्यूनिटी बढ़ाने वाले फैक्टर्स हैं। और सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ ये ज़रूर है कि हाँ, इम्यून सिस्टम, अगर मैं इफ़ आई एम हैप्पी और मैं खुश हूँ और इमोशंस मेरे बहुत अच्छे हैं, तो मेरी इम्यूनिटी जो है वो बड़ी रहेगी। खुश रहूं, और खुश रहने के लिए मुझे जो है दूसरों के प्रति नफरत को छोड़ना पड़ेगा, मुझे अपनी चिंताएं छोड़नी पड़ेगी, मुझे मुस्कुराते रहना पड़ेगा, और जिंदगी में जितना मिला है उससे मुझे खुश होना पड़ेगा। जो मैं दे सकता हूँ वो मुझे देना पड़ेगा, मैं दे दूं लोगों को, कोई चीज़ अपने साथ नहीं जाएगी। आजकल बहुत सारी ऐसी चीज़ें सामने आती हैं। हर समय खुश रहें, मुस्कुराते रहें, और भगवान का हर समय धन्यवाद देते रहें कि उन्होंने जो चीज़ हमें दी है वो चीज़ हमें हर समय हमारे पास रहे। तो ये जो चीज़ें हैं कि आप किस तरह से अपने जीवन में, आज तो आप बहुत खुश हैं कि आपके पास नेटफ्लिक्स है। 1920 में कोई नेटफ्लिक्स, टीवी और ये सब चीज़ें नहीं थी। हम लोगों ने घर में रहने के, हमारे पास बहुत सारे उद्देश्य हैं, बहुत सारे संसाधन हैं, हम बहुत सारी चीज़ों को अपने पास रख सकते हैं, आगे हम कंटिन्यू कर सकते हैं, पर ये चीज़ें नहीं थी। हर एक चीज़ कोई भी दवाई से नहीं हमें मिल सकती है, हमें खुश रहना पड़ेगा। हमारी हेल्थ अगर अच्छी होगी तो ही हमारा जीवन आगे स्वस्थ और अच्छी तरीके से चल पाएगा। नो डाउट सरकार ने बहुत सारे मेजर्स हमें दिए हैं, जिसके साथ ही कि हाथ धोना, डिस्टेंसिंग मेंटेन करना, मास्क पहनना, पर इसके अलावा और भी बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं। आयुष मंत्रालय ने बहुत सारी गाइडलाइंस जारी की हैं, टिप्स दिए हैं कि हमें स्वस्थ रहने के लिए क्या क्या चीज़ों का ध्यान रखना है। प्लस अच्छी किताबें पढ़ें। ये जो सेशन मैंने तैयार किया, इसके अंदर मैंने इनमें से कुछ किताबों का प्रयोग किया, खास तौर से डेल कार्नेगी की जो बुक थी, उससे मुझे बहुत चीज़ें सीखने को मिली इस समय। और क्योंकि मैं अर्बन और डिज़ास्टर मैनेजमेंट का आदमी हूँ, तो क्लाइमेट चेंज के ऊपर मैंने बहुत पढ़ा, डिज़ास्टर्स के ऊपर बहुत पढ़ा, और जो चीज़ें मुझे जीवन के अंदर आगे जाके काम आ सकती है, उन सब चीज़ों के ऊपर गाइडलाइंस, रिपोर्ट्स, सस्टेनेबिलिटी, यूएन क्या कर रहा है, इन सब चीज़ों के ऊपर देखने के बाद मुझे चीज़ मिली। तो इस जगह पे मैं यही कहना चाहूँगा कि अगर कोई आपको मिलेगा कि आप खुश क्यों हैं, तो ये खुशी मुझे खुद को क्रिएट करनी पड़ेगी। मैं कोई मुझे और आके सामने से आके नहीं कहेगा कि ये खुशी मैंने आपको कहाँ पे दी। इसके लिए एक दूसरे का मदद करें, एक पारिवारिक, सामाजिक और व्यापार, जहाँ पर भी आप जिस किसी की भी मदद कर सकते हैं उसकी मदद कीजिए और उसकी हेल्प कीजिए। सो आई एंड माई सेशन ओवर हियर because I think I have exceeded little bit of time. I'm sorry सबिया मैम, मेरा थोड़ा सा समय मैंने exceed कर लिया आपका, but I hope कुछ मैं इस छोटे से मेरे सेशन में जो स्ट्रेस और ट्रॉमा मेरे को रात का था वो शायद मेरा अब रिलीज हो गया है सेशन कंप्लीट और तैयार करने के बाद। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
थैंक यू रिपुंजय सिंह सर, आपने जो एंजाइटी और तनाव के लिए बताया, तो रियली इट इज वेरी हेल्पफुल। और मेन हम खुश तभी रह सकते हैं जब हम दूसरे लोगों में भी खुशियां बांटें और अपने अंदर से नफरत को खत्म करें। तो इट वाज वेरी गुड। रानावत सर का भी यही था कि बी काइंड एंड बी सेफ, आपका भी यही है कि बी हैप्पी, बी काइंड एंड बी सेफ। तो आई थिंक टुडे स्लोगन इज बी काइंड एंड बी सेफ। हमने ऑलमोस्ट हमारे सेशंस में जो अपने हमारे एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव ऑफिसर्स थे, आईपीएस ऑफिसर्स थे, डॉक्टर्स थे, सबने बहुत अच्छा अवेयरनेस का करा। मैं थैंक यू करना चाहती हूँ आज की हमारी चीफ गेस्ट फराह मैडम को भी, उन्होंने भी हमें बहुत मोटिवेट किया। यंग थी। थैंकफुल टू हमारे पैट्रन डॉक्टर प्रतिभा यादव मैडम फॉर गिविंग अस अपॉर्चुनिटी कि हम ऐसे वर्क करें। फराह मैम इज बैक विद अस। थैंक यू रिपुंजय सिंह सर, आपको भी। से अ फ्यू वर्ड फराह मैम।
बिल्कुल। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई वुड लाइक टू कॉन्ग्रेचुलेट प्रतिभा मैम, सबिया मैम, आपने इतना इंफॉर्मेटिव एक सेशन किया। एंड रिपुंजय सिंह सर, ये जो आपने आज टॉपिक हैंडल किया है एंजाइटी या स्ट्रेस का, आई मस्ट टेल एवरीवन कि मैं खुद भी, आई विल नॉट से कि मैं कोई बहुत ज्यादा, मुझे डिसऑर्डर तो नहीं था, बट हाँ रोजमर्रा की उसमें, बिकॉज आई हैव 2 यंग चिल्ड्रन, तो मुझे भी बैठे बिठाए फॉर नो रीजन कभी टेंशन हो रही है, कभी मुझे लग रहा था पता नहीं आने वाला टाइम क्या होने वाला है। सो बहुत स्ट्रेसफुल रहा है। और आपने बिल्कुल ठीक कहा कि अब आजकल बिकॉज ऑफ द सर्कमस्टेंसेस हम लाइफ की छोटी छोटी चीजों को अप्रिशिएट करना शुरू हो गए हैं, जो पहले शायद नोटिस में भी नहीं आती थी। अब छोटी छोटी चीजों से भी लगता है कि चलो एटलीस्ट ये तो ठीक है, उस हिसाब से अपने आप को कंफर्ट करने की कोशिश करते हैं। और बिल्कुल आपने ठीक कहा, अपने पुराने फ्रेंड से आई एम बैक इन टच, जिनसे शायद बहुत सालों से बात नहीं हुई थी। अब इनफैक्ट कोशिश करती हूँ कि अपने पेरेंट्स को भी दिन में 2-3 बार कॉल कर लूँ, वरना पहले टाइम ऐसा होता था कि अच्छा टाइम नहीं है, छोड़ो, रात में एक बार बात हो जाती थी तो बहुत लगता था। तो अब 2-3 बार दिन में ऐसे ही बैठे बैठे कॉल कर लेती हूँ। सो आई थिंक वो एक कुछ फायदे हुए हैं। पर हाँ, it is a big issue with all of us, ये जो स्ट्रेस और एंजाइटी। और आपने जो तरीके बताए, I hope everyone is enriched with that, और सब उस चीज को फॉलो करेंगे। And I thank all of you for having me in a talk of this sort. बहुत अच्छा लगा मुझे, and I'm very happy, thankful to Sabiha ma'am for inviting me and coming up with an idea of this sort. I wish you all the best. I hope आपका ये जो concept है, जो जय हिंद अभियान है, ये और successful हो. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Farah ma'am. Thank you so much for your loving and motivating speech. रिपुंजय सिंह सर के भी आपने बोला, तो रिपुंजय सिंह सर ने भी हमें एंजाइटी स्ट्रेस में के बारे में बताया। और हमारी अभी सारी हमारे जो मीडिया पर्सन्स हैं वो भी हैं। तो मीडिया पर्सन्स डॉक्टर फरकंदा मैम, डॉक्टर प्रीति माथुर, डॉक्टर मनीषा माथुर, डॉक्टर कल्पना शर्मा, विकास सक्सेना, डॉक्टर मनोज यादव, आप लोग कोई हैं तो यू कैन आस्क क्वेश्चन।
आपने सबको स्ट्रेस में डाल दिया मैम, सवाल पूछ के।
नहीं दिख रहे हैं, आप पूछेगा कोई, somebody is there। कौन बोल रहा है? प्रीति, आई कैन हियर प्रीति।
Preeti used to be in stress when I was there in Ajmer.
We can hear her voice. So it was really a wonderful session. Thank you to all, and thank you Farah ma'am, thank you Dr. Ranawat sir, thank you Pratibha ma'am, thank you Ripunjay Singh sir. Farah ma'am, हम आपको वापस और चाहेंगे क्योंकि हमें ऐसे एनर्जेटिक ही टीम चाहिए है ना रिपुंजय सिंह सर. तो जय हिंद, और आपको भी सल्यूट करते हैं फराह मैम. जय हिंद.
थैंक यू सो मच. जय हिंद. जय हिंद.
जय हिंद रिपुंजय सिंह सर. एंड जय
फराह का सुन के बहुत अच्छा लगा. रिपुंजय सर ने बहुत अच्छा लेक्चर दिया हमेशा की तरह.
थैंक यू. सो नाइस.
आज तो सच में बहुत अच्छा दिया. आज तो सच में बहुत अच्छा दिया.
आज से क्या मतलब है मैडम? क्या पहले अच्छे नहीं होते थे?
मनीषा मैम
जीसी वालों के अंदर एक खास आदत होती है कि वो सब चीज बोलने के बाद एक चूटिया जरूर भर देते हैं कि हाँ.
मनीषा मैम भी है. मनीषा मैम